We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the New York Giants. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well, Saquon Barkley last year against Washington, he won many a fantasy league with his performance in Week 16. 189 yards rushing. That was the 3rd highest single game total in the NFL all of last season. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Saquon Barkley, and unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Barkley. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Saquon Barkley.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
And it's 3rd down.
Jones got a man, Slayton, and he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing Jones. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there at 22.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants.
Touchdown.
Saquon Barkley. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Washington 0.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Cyrus Jones on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On first down, Gibson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Run it.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he finds McLaurin. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Good for a Washington. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington, nothing.
Kaepernick now on first down. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And let's try the jet sweep here. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
That one, 28 yards on the ground.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone now, Kaepernick. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for only a couple.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 11-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Steven Sims Jr., his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Jones, off play action. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Jones, that one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Jones. It's caught, Shepard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
A gain of 16
But
yards.
one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Giants 14, Washington 7. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? We'll see what they decide to do.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
That's good.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Mike 56, Mike 56. 3 buzz, 56 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Daron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Mike 51, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis. And it's 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Now Jones to throw again. That's complete left side to Shepard. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Barkley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
At the 4-yard line.
This is Barkley, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. 56 the mark, boys, 56. Check 56. I got it.
On first down, Kaepernick. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 32-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Kaepernick going to throw. It's his fullback. This is Bruce Miller. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Big yardage that time for Washington. And even 60 yards for him on the ground. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 56 the mark, boys, 56. Check 56.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
3-yard line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal.
56. Mark 56. Drop deep, drop deep. 56 the mark, boys, 56. Check 56.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Isaac Yedem picks it. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Five yards remain on 2nd down.
56. Watch the run. They're running.
Now Kaepernick. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 24. To throw is Kaepernick. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
Dustin Hopkins on for the extra point.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. Catch made by Slayton. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Giants.
Jones.
Darius Slayton, 76 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
For the extra point.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Washington, 14.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Kaepernick now on 1st down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score Giants 42, Washington 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Check 26, check 26. Alert flat, alert flat. He's coming.
They'll go to Barkley again. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10.
55, mark, 55. Bring it.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin.
I thought it was going to be for a knee.
Inside the 30. And goes for a gain of 31. defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And that's incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. Watch the backer.
They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
At the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, now throw with Kaepernick. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Well, yes, that's his third touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
Kaepernick to throw again. Flush to his right. And he'll get in for a score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the two-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a two-score deficit. They'll start out on the ground, it's Saquon Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. A gain of 13, it's a first down. From the gun, Jones. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
some clock here with Barkley. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
The tackle made.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Giants on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
Go down to the ground, bro.
A big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Trading your ass, man. Just like in real life. So much fucking potential.
Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Oh, my God.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd and 4.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he finds McLaurin. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down.
37-yard line.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 63 yards. And Washington able to make this a close game again.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. To throw is Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. And picked up by the former Giant, James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
35.
This commentary is classic. All right, boys. Finish strong.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
3rd and 11.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. From the gun, Jones.
What was that, nigga?
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
This is why I can't fucking... Oh, man, bro. What the hell was that?
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on the punt for New York. Oh, it's a wobbler here. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Here we go. 56, the mark, boy. 56. Check 56.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. And he'll find Hall. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in what you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Kaepernick to throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon.
At the 22-yard line.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. On play action, it's Kaepernick. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for Paul Richardson. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw, Kaepernick. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Intended for J.D. McKissick. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. One final try for Kaepernick. We've seen this before.
And he holds on. Get the fuck out of here.
Zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
Well, there's no doubt they just seized the momentum with that one. They can go ahead and kick the extra point here and ride that home wave on into overtime.
But my guy can't get the fuck out of here.
Now for the all-critical extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a first throw here in overtime.
No, man, come
It's
on.
intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Go upfield.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run on first down.
What the
Gibson.
fuck is this?
Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 33 in the first. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, it's Gibson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Come on, don't be like that, bruh. Boss up and fucking go for it. real?
And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout.
Boss
They'll
up
be
and
down
go
to
for
just
that,
one
bro.
remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Thank you. Play ball, bro.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down.
56 to Mott, boys. 56. Check 56.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into
for the
a
touchdown.
right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
No gain on the play. It's fourth down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
Are you serious right now, dude? A field goal?
So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. From the left hash,
A
a
field
chip
goal,
shot here.
bro? Come on.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
Crazy.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights.
Giants 42.
We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Washington, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
your responsibility.